Yay, you guys are here. Thank you for coming. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Let me know if you can hear me well. Any static before I turn on the camera. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes. Hi, Polly. Great. Thank you. I am hanging in there. It was 74 degrees there, 75. That's too hot for me right now. So, yeah, I want it to be 50. I'll take 60, but I want it to be 50. Hi, Denise. Yeah, 91, that would just make me mad. No, it should not be 91 in October. How cold is it, Cindy? What's the temp? You guys do Celsius? Or because you're Canadian, right? Do you do Celsius? I can't remember. Yeah, that's perfect. No, I know that's really cold. Hi, yeah. I'm thinking, let's see. I know, like, I have to look it up because I can't remember now. I'll know, like, when it says 14, 15 degrees. Yeah, that's 34.7 degrees Fahrenheit. That's awesome weather. Yes. Perfect weather, actually. I'm good with the snow. But that's kind of slushy weather, right? Yeah, that could get slushy. At 34, it's not slushy? Okay. Oh, I miss snow. Heck. I take a cool. I know, Polly. I just don't. I can't do it. Hi, welcome. Okay, let's get started. Let me show my face. Oh, here we go. I don't even know if my, yeah, it is right. Okay. Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for coming in and enjoying this live. We have a lot of great people. My name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium. I have lots of tools in my basket. Astrology is something that I have a passion for. I love astrology. So I've been kind of doing astrology lately, but we might switch it up. Just kind of depends. I'm thinking we're probably going to go sometime this week. Yeah, I'm feeling called to do a lot of mediumship and meditation. Actually, I'm feeling called to do a lot of herbs right now, so we'll see what happens. But tonight we're going to do astrology. Thank you for joining. Um, for those of you that have never been here, we like to be really casual. I guess my camera is too high, you can't see. Um, we like to be really casual, so I like to get in my pajamas. I usually have a robe on, but it's been hot today. And by hot, I mean 75. That's too hot for me right now. I understand. We have some Texans in here that are 91 degrees. I am originally from Texas, so I know that weather. That's why I don't live in that weather. Anyway, if we could take Texas people and move them up to the north, it'd be great. Um, So, uh, the whole point of having PJs on is just to get comfortable. We're really comfortable in here. We want this to be a safe, comfortable, calming space. Um, there's enough chaos and strife and all that other kind of stuff outside in the world, and so we kind of like to gather here and have this be a nice space for everyone to enjoy. So, um, yeah, so I thought we'd talk tonight about, I'd do some chart readings. I haven't done those in a while. I do want to do Saturn this week because I told you I wanted to talk to most, I wanted to check in with most of the planets. Hold on just a second. Let me make sure that, there we go. So, tonight, actually today, the moon is right there next to Saturn because today's the 14th, right? Yeah. But I thought before I hit Saturn, I'll do him maybe tomorrow or the next day, and really check in with him, really help you understand what Saturn and Pisces is all about, um, and what he's teaching us. And I think it's for another 16, 15 months, 16 months, somewhere through there that he'll be in Pisces, teaching us. Right now he's retrograde. So, how was everybody's weekend? I am going to start with a meditation, but I wanted to kind of wait till everyone gathers. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, yeah, so happy you're back. Thanks, Jennifer. So happy to be back. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for finding me. And I think Talia, right? I think you've been here. Like, were you from way back then? Or had you been here before? Because you sound familiar too. So you guys let me know how your weekend was. I have been working all weekend, so and then today was not cold, and I wanted it to be cold. Hey, Ellen, how are you? Hi, Kathy. Thank you so much for buying me coffee, darling. I appreciate it. Uh, Anytime anybody buys me coffee, I want to make a note of that. I want to like let you guys know and thank you. So I appreciate you buying me coffee. Thank you. I did not get coffee today. I did we made our own today. So, uh, hi Tammy, how are you? So, did you guys check out my I know a couple of people get left there on the community post. I did the community post yesterday, I think it was, and just put out there just to give us some suggestions about the movie for our Halloween party. I'd like to watch a good scary movie. It doesn't have to be like I don't. I think scary is different. Like there's gross, there's grotesque, and then they're scary. I like scary, right? Like the boo factor is what I like. But whatever you guys pick, we'll take three of those picks and then we will vote on them and then we will be watching it on my Discord. Um, and then we'll have a great time. I am doing a Halloween contest. You do have to be subscribed to me. Um, I've got some good prizes for first, second, and third. And you don't have to spend a lot of money and go all out. I just want to see your creativity and I just want us to get in a good space and have some fun, right? So if you go to my community tab on my channel, you can vote that that post is not for voting. That post is just for letting me know, giving me some movie ideas, and then we'll take a vote on those ideas. Okay. So, hey, Polly, just sitting down to eat and saw Cindy was live. Thank you, Ellen. Don't miss your dinner, though. Let's see. Anybody? So, what's been going on with you guys? How was your weekend? Um, it's Turkey Day here. Oh, that's officially today? Oh, that's right. I don't know why I thought it was this weekend. Ellen, I messaged you. It's Turkey Day for so Tammy and Cindy are both in Canada. Um, so Tammy, is it cold where you are as well? Because Cindy was just telling us it's three 3 degrees Celsius over there. Which I looked it up, it's 34.7. Yeah, I think it was 34.7. But that to me is kind of slushy weather, isn't it? Because freezing point is 32, right? So I always think of like 34, 35, 36 is where it wants to get to snow, but it becomes ice slushy stuff. Yes, it's cold at night. Okay. Yeah, it's been getting down to the 40s here at night, but today was 75, I think. 74, 75, which is that's too hot here. I don't like. And I'm looking at the weather and it says we're like 15 and 20 degrees above average. Like, I know it's supposed to be cold here right now. It's all about the turkey. Yeah, 71 here in Arizona. Oh, yeah, Arizona. That's still too hot. Yeah, I know. That's why I said you're 3 degrees Celsius, and I looked it up, so it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, yeah, I was just wondering if you were in the same, I guess, region as as Cindy. Although I can't remember where Cindy's at. Are you in BC? I can't remember, Cindy. Let's see. Haha, I love the cold too. It's finally cold down here in Indiana. Oh, great. Yeah, no snow here. Uh, I'm in Ontario. Okay. I can't remember where, Cindy, where are you? I can't remember where you're at. Oh, you're in Ontario as well. Okay. Who's in BC? Is that another Kathy? I could be. I can't remember. There's somebody in BC as well. I can't remember. We support. Oh, we are supposed to be 59 tonight. Oh, that's awesome, Polly. See, but you guys have AC, so you'll sleep in the cold anyway. There's like, I cannot sleep. I'm trying to think. Like, if it's mid 60s, I can't sleep. That's too hot. I know that sounds crazy, but it's too hot. I need it to be like at least like for me to sleep okay in the 50s, maybe lower 50s. For me to sleep really comfortable, 40s and 30s. Like, I love being really, really cold and then getting in a blankie. Like, I love that. I want it to be really cold. I love the snow. I love the cold. Oh, girl. I know it sounds crazy, but I love it. Yeah, yeah. So, how was your weekend? And can anybody tell me, were they affected by any of the things that we talked about last week in the charts, in the chart reading? Alejandra, uh, so Chance and Polly, Alejandra is from Texas as well. Alejandra is in El Paso. So, yeah, right? Yeah, I think so. I need it super hot, hate the cold. No, I need it super cold. Oh, no, you're in Chile. Who's in, sorry, Alejandra. Santiago de Chile. Okay. Sorry, Alejandra. Who was the other one that was in El Paso? See, I'm confusing everybody. Sorry. Uh, sorry. Sorry, Polly and Chance. She's not. She's in Chile. The flag is super close to Texas flag. It's true. That's so true. There it is right there. There's the flag. I don't know why I was thinking you were in El Paso. There's somebody else that comes on here that when she comes on, I'll be like, yes, that's it. Uh, has to be chilly for Chance and I. Yeah, we run the ACs cold and pile our blankies on. Yes, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Like in Texas, you do have to have the AC all the time, most of the time. Hi, Beyond All. Mejor Chile. Yeah, exactly. But like there's something about like where I'm at. I mean, you guys know the Pacific Northwest. Huge trees, all forest, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous trails, mountains, all that kind of stuff. So I'm waiting for it to get cold so that we started getting some fog, and I'm waiting for it to be foggy and cold and all of that so that I can go out and go hiking. Um, because you guys know I'm allergic to the sun. Right, but with the cold, rainy, wet, cloudy, and with it being a lot of trees and hidden stuff, so that will like cause a barrier for me. So it will allow me to go hiking, and I need to get back into my workout because I haven't worked out in a couple of years, like since the pandemic. I haven't worked out. I got to get back on it. Um, but I want to go hiking. I'm such a hiker. I love hiking. Like I could hike forever. I could climb mountains and mountains and mountains. I love it. So I'm waiting for this beautiful Pacific Northwest fall where it's like not sunny at all and I can go hiking. It's a lot like Maine, but the ocean is on the wrong side. True. You'd like Maine. Yeah. Moisture. Yeah. Are you doing birth chart readings tonight? I've never had one. So I'm not doing full readings tonight. I'm kind of waiting for everybody to get in. It looks like we do have a crowd now. I just wanted to kind of catch up with everybody. I'm not doing full chart readings. You can ask a question. I'll pull your chart up and we'll see. Um, and I'll be channeling, so if I see anything extra, I'll let you know. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Let's see. We're gonna do the meditation in just a minute. Could see your breath last night. Oh, I love that. Yeah, yeah, like in the morning we could do that. My weekend was needing to clean house. Yeah, I was working on the membership stuff because we're getting really close. I think we're at 3786 or 66 or something like that for watch time hours. 30, yeah, 37. And when we get to 4,000, I'm just going to turn on my partnership program. I mean, I think you have to like I don't know. I've never been in the situation where I turned it off and I'm going to turn it back on. So I'm thinking that they'll just let me do it right away. They'll approve it. They have not even given me a way to like do the membership yet. But once I do the AdSense stuff, the membership stuff, because I'll be a partner at that time, I get access to all of that. So I know that was a long way around, but that's what I was working on is um I'm working on December's um astrology for the membership um and then like the yearly thing that I'm gonna do for some of the memberships. Kathy, how was your weekend? In the 40s in Michigan. See, perfect. That's perfect weather for me. For me, it's perfect weather. I have no problem getting into snow gear, hiking gear, and hiking, booking it. I don't know. I just love that. The mountains, since I was born, have always called me. Um, yeah, even in the good hanging with Tina. Oh, good. Is Tina on here? Tell her we said hi. Did you guys enjoy Kathy's interview the other day? I'm about to like cut that down and put it in and make it a video. So I wanted to get out those other things first. There she is. Hi Tina, how are you? Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining everybody. It's so nice to see everyone tonight. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. Um, what do I want to say? There's a lot I always want to say. So I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back every day. I am now, because of you guys, with your like, with your shares, with your watching, with your engaging, with your buying me coffee, with your private readings with me. All of that is allowing me to be able to do YouTube Monday through Friday. So tonight I'm going to do a little chart reading, as in, you can ask a question. I'll look. If you guys have a question, like specifically about any of the planets that we talked about and, you know, how it's affecting you in your chart, you're welcome to ask me any of that. But I'm just going to do one question so that everybody sort of has a chance. You guys this is always free when I do chart readings or any of this. And like I said, thank you to, um, there's so many that do it, but I'm trying to remember. Who did I say? So Tammy was the other day. It was Mom Otto. Thank you, Kathy. One of the Kathys that bought me coffee. So thank you. I appreciate it. Um, so I wanted to start with this meditation because we had talked about last week where we had done a meditation moving the weather, right? Moving the energy, moving that hurricane. Let's just say interacting with the hurricane. Okay. Um, I know it's gonna sound weird because I say things. I realize that when I say things, it may sound off the wall, but I say it with such conviction that you're like, is she crazy or does she really do that? I really do that stuff. I really do stuff. It's just because I've done it all my life that when I say things, um, I'm gathering as I've grown older that people were like, that's not something that you would just say normally. But to me, because I have that saggy side, it's like, no, it's the truth. Just blah, blah, blah. I say it just with such, I don't know, authority, just like it's no big deal, I guess. And so, but people who had never heard this or who have never heard this or who are just waking up or whatever, all my life it's been this way where I'm like, no, that really is happening. But But I don't feel the need to like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't feel the need to like have to like when I'm having a conversation with somebody and they ask me a question and I say it and it sounds outlandish, that's my life. It's always been like that. So I've had to learn to like, I understand that what I'm saying, you might find that I'm crazy or whatever. I've been tested. I have proof, blah, 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 all of that. I may not say that a lot, but it's because it's all true, right? We can interact with the weather. I've been doing it. For those of you that have been with me for a long time, you've seen me do it. You've seen me do it on lives. You've seen me. I was saying the other day when this is when I had my channel, Your Indigo Path. We were doing a live. It could have been on Periscope too. I did it a couple times. And this is when thousands of people were there, and somebody was asking about the weather. And I said, yeah, I can change it. I can move it. And somebody had said, uh, that side, that side gets me into trouble. Being too direct, right? When people aren't ready, right? Anyway, the person was I guess, I don't know if they were testing me or not. I got tested a lot all the time, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. So they were saying, well, if you can do it, then change, make it rain here. And so I was like, okay. And it wasn't like an egotistical thing because I didn't even know until after. It was more of, I want to show you guys what's possible. It had nothing to do with me being right and him being wrong. From me, from my point of view, it's the truth. I do it. And okay, if you want me to show you, I can show you. That's my whole point as a teacher. I want to show you guys what's possible within you, right? I'm not the only one that can do this stuff. You can all do this stuff. And the military AAR, not AAR, ARP has been doing this for a long time. Okay. So it can be done. I've been doing it for a long time. Anyway, so I said, all right, it should rain. I said, come back at another live when it started raining and let us know. Because there were thousands of people in there. So I said, just let us know. Um, anyway, that person left, came back like an hour into this is when I just used to do long lives. Came back an hour into it and said that it had just started raining. What I didn't know was that there was a drought in the area where he wanted it to rain, right? And so, yeah, heart, exactly. So Polly knows, Chance knows. Anyway, so I mean, everybody saw it. He sent pictures. He did whatever. Blah 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 blah. So I'm like, it's for me. It's like a matter of fact. Like she said, it's just the saggy part of me that like, yeah, it's the truth. So I say it. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you the answer. I don't. I've learned as I've gotten older is some people aren't ready for the answer or don't really want the answer, right? So again, all I can do is be me, but because we're so close, because this group is bonding, learning, I want you guys to know that part of me. I want you to understand that part of me, right? So just because I say it matter of fact, just remember I have a Saggy moon. Maybe like I may, and I have an Aquarius ascending, which is Uranus. My chart is ruled by Uranus, which likes to shock and awe. So I do that a lot, right? Because to me, I'm telling the truth. I mean, I don't even know how many times I could go over and over about. I would say something that was totally like, there's no way that happened, and then I would have witnesses to say, no, that really happened. uh, let's see. Recognize that such side. Let's see. Everything touches the next thing. Exactly. It happened. Oh, Cindy was there. Were you one of the ones that was there? It was a while. Yeah. Cindy is not crazy. And yes, we can change the weather. Yes, we all focus on it. Yes. Heart. Perfect. Yes. Uh, can you read for my hubby tonight, please, Doug? Uh, what one area should he concentrate on in order to finish this year on a good foot? So what I've asked Ellen is that if he's got a specific question that maybe I can focus on and look at his chart. And she said it was very dry and needed rain for the farms. You were there, Cindy, weren't you? Yeah, I knew there were some people here that was there that when it happened. Do you remember when it happened? Yeah, that was crazy. But to me, I was like, of course it did. But I didn't know that because back then, like the comments would be flying, flying, and I just kind of happened to catch that one and was like, yeah, okay. I would ask Spirit to like draw me to a specific question, right? So yes, a few years ago, yeah, I'll ask him to narrow it down. Okay. All right. So before we do that, though, um, the whole reason I'm saying this is because I'd like to do a meditation, and I feel like what we just showed, uh, not just our group. I explained that to you. What excited me, see, I was like, no, I know we're gonna change it. I already knew it, right? Like I already knew it. I wasn't excited about that part. You guys may have been excited about that part, but I wasn't excited about that part. What I was excited about was after it hit, when I saw all these groups that were saying that they were doing the same thing that we were doing, was that they were meditating and getting into the energy and and moving it and changing it, right? So that's what excited me, was because that gave us a glimpse of what I'm talking about, of the energy that we're going into Aquarius, because all these different groups were different groups from different sides of the country, from different cultures, from different belief systems, from different religions, from different, like, it didn't matter whether you're a witch or an atheist or blah blah blah. These were all different groups, right? Or Catholic or Christian or blah blah blah, whatever. What it showed is where we're going. It doesn't matter. You can keep your anonymity. Doesn't matter what you believe in. You can keep your belief system, but we as humanity can still work together. That's what excited me. And so I want to continue that because that's where we're going. So I'd like to continue practicing in that. Like I said, I want to do a meditation. We won't do it every night, but I do want to do it maybe at least once a week, right? So there's a specific meditation that I do, and I haven't done it in a long time, but I've done it here. So yeah, so we all helped make it happen. Perfect. Yes, that's exactly what happened. So I'd like everybody to take a deep breath, kind of get comfortable, take a deep breath. I'm going to get something to drink because I'm going to be talking. Just want you to get really comfortable. Everybody take a deep breath. You can open your eyes, you can close your eyes if you do better with your eyes closed because you see through your third eye, you see through your mind's eye. Um, then close your eyes. If you want to keep it open, then keep it open. Some people do better with their eyes open, some do better with their eyes closed. Okay. There's no right or wrong here. Everybody just take a deep breath. And you want to breathe in through your nose in case you don't know how to meditate. Breathe in through your nose. And it's not a breath from here. I'm going to have to hold on. Okay. It's not a breath from here. Okay. It's a breath from your tummy. It's a breath from your diaphragm. Well, not your tummy, your diaphragm. Okay. So when you breathe, this doesn't have to go up. That doesn't have to do that. Okay. It's from your diaphragm. Okay. So, and then direct it. Okay. Makes sense? Just do a couple of those. Just breathe in life. Breathe it in. Blend with an exchange. Let it out. Breathe in. And again, this shouldn't go up that much. You're breathing from your diaphragm. Right? Now just take a couple of breaths normally. Get nice and settled. I like to crack my neck first. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Okay. Then I want you to close your eyes. Now I'd like for you to close your eyes. Unless you're one that likes it open, that's fine. But I'm going to have you visualize or imagine. Okay. So we're going to close our eyes. As you're breathing and you use your diaphragm, I want you to pay attention to your diaphragm right now. Okay. So put your attention and your focus on your diaphragm. Okay. As your eyes are closed, I want you to focus as you're breathing. Put your focus on your diaphragm. You can feel it just kind of moving back and forth, right? Up and down. And then what I'd like for you to do is right there below your diaphragm and sort of the core of you, right? I want you to visualize or imagine that you're seeing, you can see this really tiny light. Really, really tiny light. Okay? Visualize or imagine that really tiny light. You just see it. It's just hanging out in there within the core of you. You notice it. And as you notice it, you're noticing that it's getting bigger. So visualize or imagine that it's getting bigger. And you feel it. It feels warm. It feels, some people would call it love. Some people would call it unconditional love. Some people would call it well-being. Some people would call it the all. Whatever that is, it's comfortable. It it's like you know it. Feels very comfortable. Feels like you've known it all your life, even before this life. And as you're breathing, you can notice that it's sort of getting a little bit brighter and brighter. And it's just filling you with warmth, with love, with care. Just letting you know everything's all right. Everything's always been all right. Everything will always be all right. Just taking breaths, breathing normally, feeling and connecting with that light. It's part of you. It is you. It's a part of you that's love, that knows all. And it's within you. And as you're breathing, you'll notice it's getting bigger and it's now encompassing your chest and your back. You can feel it brighter and you can sort of feel like there's that, I don't even know what to call it, like a force field, sort of. It's just expanding. It's just love. It's just ooey gooey goodness in there. And it's you, right? And it's just expanding. And you can sense it getting bigger. And now it's moving from just your chest and your back to all the way to your neck, down to your thighs. The light is just getting bigger and bigger. And as it gets bigger, you can feel it. You can feel that sensation. Just take a minute, sense it. This love, this energy, this vibration that you have, that you are. Just sense it. And you're noticing that as you're connecting, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. And it's going down past your knees, past your legs, moving all the way up, past your head, around your arms. Now you can sense and feel and see just this beautiful light. It's just encompassing you, going all the way under your feet. But you'll notice that as you're breathing, it's just getting bigger, right? And that's who you are. Just this love, unconditional love, integrity, well-being. It's just love. You can just feel it encompassing you. And as you're connecting to it, you're noticing that it's bigger. It's even past you. It's what you're radiating. It's love. You can see it going past your fingers, past your chakras in your palms. You can see it coming out through there, coming down. If you look down at your feet, you can see beaming past your feet where your chakras are down there. It's just connecting to Mother Earth. So you're sending love to Mother Earth as just who you are. You're connecting with Mother Earth. She's sending love back. The energy is just connected. It's going all through you. Your light is really bright. This beautiful light that's just like a bubble. It's encompassing you. It's going past you. Bigger and bigger. We're just going to send that through us. Big, 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 big. You'll notice that your light, it's bigger than you thought it was. So you're not really sending it anywhere, you're just making it bigger. And all that love is bigger into your house, into where you're sitting. Bigger, bigger, bigger. You see it? And feel it? It's just you radiating that love. You're radiating, but your light is so big. And all that love is encompassing the house, your home, your apartment, whoever's by you. Let's open that up to our neighbors. Let's radiate out to our neighbors. Let's send them some love. Radiate out. As you're breathing, as you continue to breathe, you'll sort of see it opening up and it's just bigger. You can see it around your neighbors. You can see it around your neighborhood. You can see it around your neighbors and your neighborhood. You can see it around like the police station, like the Walmart, like your town. You can see it. It's bigger. You're sending all that out. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Sending love, just radiating love. Now we're going to send that past our towns, past our villages, past to the next towns. Let's send it to the state that we're in. Let's send it to the region that we're in. You're huge, huge light. You can see it. As you're sending it past your region, past your state, I want you to notice and see if you are seeing other lights, because it could be all of us connecting. Okay, I want you to see that past your state, past your region, past the waters, past the mountains. Big, 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 big light. I want you to sort of see the globe and see how big all of us together with light, just sending it out, sending out that unconditional love, sending it out. You may feel a little lightheaded because if you're expanding, you'll feel a little lightheaded. But you may be able to see, and just if you can't, you can't, but you may be able to notice where we all connect. You may be able to notice, like, oh, I'm not the only light. There's more light. Just continue and connect. Connect to the others in love, in unconditional love. And let's grid this globe in unconditional love together. You may not even know the people. Time is irrelevant. We're just going to continue to hold that space. Speaking of, let's move out to the planets. Let's move out to space. Let's move out. Bigger, bigger. And it's not that you're trying to be bigger, it's that you always were. And you're just noticing it. But you might feel a little lightheaded because remember, you're that and you're the body as well. Okay? So just bigger. Just focus on all that love. All the unconditional love that you have just together. Let's go around the sun and the moon and Mercury and Venus and Saturn and Mars and Jupiter and Uranus and Neptune and Pluto and even Lilith. Let's just send it out really, really big and just sit in it for a minute. Just feel the open space. Feel the connection that we've always had to each other, to this world, to Mother Earth, to these planets, to this universe. Just vibrating at love. Sending that out. And you're okay, because if you look down, you can see that Mother Earth is holding you and that your feet are already grounded. They already were. So you're just expanding, enjoying, send love to other countries, to other people, to other beings. Just sending love. And know that we're going to be okay. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take a deep breath. And let me know how you feel. Jennifer says, relaxed. Thank you. You're welcome. Jennifer, were you able to sense or see your light and see how big in the connection? Did you feel that? Relax. Thank you. You're welcome. Jazzy Dreamer. Yes. Yeah. It's really cool when you can sense how big you are. And then all of a sudden you're seeing everybody else too. Or you may not see them, you may just feel them, notice them. You just know, oh, wow. Shoulders relaxed now. Good. Just wanted to stay in the love. I know. Isn't it beautiful? It's a really good feeling. But what's funny is that feeling's always been in you. You just have to connect to it. You just have to, you're already connected. Connect is not the word. You just have to be aware of it. That's it. Staying in that vibration of unconditional love. I was connecting before you said to connect. I knew it needed the others to expand more. Yeah. Yeah. It just feels really nice to be in that energy. And then you feel yourself expanded. Want to go to dreamland now, right? Yeah. So I can't remember the author where I'd read all of the studies. Uh, I've been looking for this book for years because I can't remember who the author was. Um, but I think I can find it, not the actual book, but the actual studies of people. of the things that were happening because they did studies where we did groups, right? And so, hey everyone, I seen someone sitting Indian style with neutral colors around them. Did you do it, Stephanie? I didn't realize you were here. Why was I purring like a cat? Because you connected to one of yourselves. You seen someone sitting Indian style with the neutral colors around. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I love that. Yay. That means somebody else is doing it too, right? Then I will see the little orbs. Yeah. That's so awesome. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. I love that meditation. I love that meditation in groups. So we will do that one again. Um, because what you don't as you're um becoming aware of yourself and your light and what it feels like, you're also sending that vibration out because that's just what we do as humans on this earth. And so that frequency will get to where it's like it's going to get there if enough of us do it. We already saw what it did with the hurricane, right? Cindy, that was a yawn. I know, right? I love seeing the lights, right? It's cool. Yeah, some people see different things. So that's why I'm like, what did y'all see? Or what did you feel? Or what did you sense? You know, because people feel and see different things. We're all seeing from our perspective, right? Me too. Yeah, that was a yawn. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoy it. Thanks for doing it with me. I appreciate it. We are sending the it's the way that I can say it, but that's really the wrong word. We're not sending anything. We're just being in that, and that is going to come about, right? I was Indian style with neutral colors. That's crazy. So you saw Kathy, Stephanie? Because Stephanie said, I seen someone sitting Indian style with neutral colors around them. And Mom Otto says, I was Indian style with neutral colors. That's crazy. I enjoyed it very much. I did too. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, stuff like this will be happening when we do it. Just wait. We just started. Uh, I know. That's crazy. That's so awesome. I love it. So relaxing. It is. It's very relaxing. Okay, so let's see. We were going to do Doug, right? Yeah, we're gonna do Doug. And then Jazzy Dreamer, did you have a question? So I will do you after Doug. Wow, Aries, so specific. I know, because she saw that. That's so crazy. I love it. Um, mm, that may be too general, but I'll look at your chart. But let's do Doug first. Where's Doug's stuff? I'm looking for Doug's. Yeah, it's going far too back too far. Ellen, can you give me Doug's? Because I don't think I've done him before. I don't think he's in my. I can look real quick. I don't think he's in there. Mm-hmm. No, he's not in here. Oh, I thought she said she had to ask him. Oh, okay. All right. Well, Jazzy Dreamer, we'll do you then for right now till she gets back. Uh, okay, Jazzy Dreamer, do you want to go by Jazzy? Okay. And then I need a city. I don't think I have your stuff. Oh no, you did. Never mind. It's right here. Pittsburgh. Okay. Then your date is 11/25. Oh, you're 69 as well. Okay. And the time is 1:32 a.m. Okay. 32 a.m. November 25th, 1969. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay. Does that look like you, Jesse? uh, so are you a Virgo? Have you ever done your chart? Are you a Virgo ascending? Virgo rising? Yeah. Ooh, girl. Yeah, you have Pluto right there. Do you see that? And oh Jesus. And do you have Uranus right there too? Like, girl, you cannot for the life of you get stable. Have you grown past that stuff? Yeah. Virgo rising. Uh Sad Sun, Virgo rising, Gemini moon. There you go. Yep, that's it. Uh your Venus is in Scorpio. So it is very important for you because you have a Scorpio Venus, but you have a problem with boundaries. Yeah, you got. Have you worked through that problem with the boundaries? Yeah, your Jupiter's in Libra, but it's in the first house with Pluto there. It means that work. That means like just when you think you're stable, just when you think you're done, just when you think you have it all, you first of all don't even know what the start cussing. You don't even know what the hell you're doing here. You're like, what am I doing here? Why? What am I doing here? Right? Yeah. But it's very important for you to have a partner. Um, the problem is you don't know how to have boundaries. I'm not saying all this. So you're 69, you're 1969, so you're 55 like me. So I'm assuming that a lot of this is you're like, you've worked through it, right? Because Pluto's a lifelong thing, right? This is your lifelong thing. So I'm just going to kind of tell the story as I see it. So you can tell me like, yeah, I've already worked through that, or no, I do have a problem with that, right? Um, Jesus. And then you're, dude, when I see 1969 people, like we all 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Uh, you're in hermit mode, yeah. Uh, let's see. So, Pluto right now has been in your fourth house for the last 16 years. I would say the last 12 years, and then it went into, oh, so probably about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or 3 years ago. You tell me. 1970. Yeah, you too, Cindy. 1970. Let me just say 1950s to like 1983. 80, yeah, 83. Um, but Pluto went right here, probably about 5 years ago. Um, yeah. Ugh. So that's when it all started for you with is that when you got divorced? Pluto went right here into your fifth house. Your fifth house is your creativity. It's what you decide that you want to do. It's having the pleasures around you. It's also your romance. It's also with you having this Venus in Scorpio. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, there you go. About 4 years ago. That's when Pluto hit right here for you. So Pluto had been here, right? You were trying to understand where you came from, who you were, what was it about, what's going on, how do I do it, what do I, like all of that, right? I don't feel like I know this is normal for a lot of people, but you're like, I don't act like these people that are my family. I'm trying to understand why these people act this way. I think very differently, right? And you probably know way more than them because it's a Capricorn. It's Sagittarius, fourth house. Anyway, you dealt with that for the last um 12 years. And then, I mean 12 years before, right? So 2008 and then 12 years. And then 4 years ago, it went here. So Pluto was here. Pluto went here. You need to watch my Pluto series um, to kind of get more of an understanding of Pluto, right? So you went here, and that's probably when your life went bloop, just screwed you. Because things that used to come easy for you with pleasure, which you can be very domineering in relationships, but you're 1969, of course. So, and I don't mean like you roughhouse people, right? I just mean like everybody knows you're the boss, even though you could be very gracious and kind and whatever, but everybody knows you're the boss. It's just right. Yes, I moved back in with my mom. She's sick. Yeah. This, wow. This is going to go on for a while. Now, I think you're coming to a different understanding about how you want relationships or that you even want a deeper relationships because I'm going to ask you a question. Even though you have Venus and Scorpio, you want to go deep. And again, I always get this image. I know it's not a good image, but it's the image I get to explain the way the Scorpio wants to love you. It's like you almost want to like get in their skin, right? Let's become one. It's kind of how you want to do it, right? Like you want to know everything and deep and possess and all of that, right? But um I almost feel like did you think right? Cindy says exactly. I almost feel like did you when you were in relationships, even though you wanted to go deep, it's almost like you wanted to go deep and figure them out, and you wanted them to have complete obsession with you, but you didn't tear down that wall. That makes sense. That's where I'm getting these boundary things. That's how you were. I don't think you're that way now. I think you've learned that, like, does that make sense? Where I don't know how to explain it. Where you It's almost like no matter how deep I go, you always wondered whether you could love somebody that deeply. Or maybe it's that you know that you could love somebody that deeply, but nobody's willing, or you couldn't find the right partner, or they messed it up somehow, or you didn't trust them, or they betrayed you, or because boundaries are involved, right? Right here, this Pisces seventh house with Chiron there, you've had to be you've had some people do some stuff to you. Yeah, I think you always will. I still love my ex. I think you always will. Like for you, that love is forever. Yeah. But I don't think that you need them. Like I don't think that you're obsessed where you have to have them around. I think you kind of come to the understanding that there are different types of relationships. I was with him for 20 years. Yeah. It's a long time. And that's a deep love. That's a deep love. So here's the thing. You just started in this fifth house. You're still trying to figure this out, right? You have Mars here that it's going to go in. So Pluto is going to get to Mars, but by that time, you're going to be really, really, and I'm saying, so it's at 14 degrees. I'm saying, now hear me right when I say this. You're not really going to settle for anybody until about 10 years, maybe eight. Yeah. I think you're still redefining what love. It's not like you don't know, right? It's just that I think you're redefining it for yourself. You have Pluto in the first house. You're trying to figure out how you want to identify here. Aries, you said no way I'll be dead. I don't know that. You don't know that. Um, let's see. Yeah, he was an Aries. See Aries right here. Seventh house, Aries. Oh, it's probably his son. Is that his son or his ascending? Yeah. So, love for you. Let me look. You could get it when it. Let me look at a transit real quick. Mm. There is. Mm. Do you see how this transit Pluto is going to come close to your Mars? That's why I'm saying that's when you'll decide. That's when you're going to be clear. You're working on this house, but this house needs to be worked on as well. The seventh house, Pisces. You can attract who you want. Okay. You can have who you want. You have a Pisces seventh house, right? It's got Aries in there, but you got a Pisces seventh house. Pisces are the master of manifestation. And with it being in your seventh house, you can attract anybody you want. The issue is, where are you? Because in the past, especially with Neptune, are you seeing things correctly? Are you seeing what you're really seeing, or are you having this fantasy about the person in front of you? Right? Well, that's because Pluto, right here. See, this is real. This is actual relationships. This is dating and romance. And the first 6 months, for someone like me, it's the first 3 years. Someone like me, the fifth house is the first 3 years, right? Uh, but for you, this is that part. It's not going to be easy. So you can usually attract whoever you want, But since Pluto has been in this house, it is harder. Yeah. It's, well, I think, sure, you can say I gave up on love. You so you can say you gave up on love, but I think you're trying to redefine. So as you've given up on love, you're still looking, not for yourself, but you're still looking at how relationships are, how society is doing relationships, how people handle each other, how married people handle each other, how single people are doing it. Are they using the apps? Are people being stood up? Are, like you're investigating. That's Scorpio. You're investigating, right? Pluto and Scorpio. Pluto is the ruler, right? I live in my room. So even if you live in your room, you can be on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. You're seeing relationships. Okay. That doesn't matter, even if you don't leave. Um, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. You're still trying to define what this is. Um, I don't see anything coming soon. I don't. I'm like looking at this. So let me say this. Anytime Venus goes by Mars, you have a shot. Okay? So when Venus goes by Mars, the energy is opening up for you to have an encounter. But if you're not going anywhere, if you've sort of given up, then because I just told you you're Pisces seventh house. When you're ready, you just call in whoever you want. You can just call in. Not whoever you want, what you want. That's all you have to do, right? But you have this Neptune right here too. This is not a good time for you to do it for different reasons. Like you said, you're dealing with your mother, you're helping her because she's ill. But also astrologically, I'm seeing that you wouldn't even see it correctly. You would go into the fantasy and not see it correctly. And if you've worked on that, great. Then you'll see it correctly once you see the red flags, or if you see any red flags, right? But I don't see where this is a time for you. But like on the outer, if you're talking to any other astrologer, they'll be looking at, okay, when Venus goes with Mars, or when Venus, where's your Venus? Oh, it's right here. So you're having your Venus return. You should have a better year. Mm, and you have the stellium here too. I I can tell you people probably find you very attractive, and then they stopped finding you attractive, and that's really bothered. Maybe not really bothered you, but that was an adjustment. Yeah. So you're having your Venus return, which is a great thing. Um, I just got through saying this, I don't even know how many lives ago, but if on your Venus return during that week that it's coming, I would just, if that's what you want is a relationship, then I would focus on that within you. I act as if you're doing the thing, because that's how you can manifest in a Venus return, right? You're, she said in 6 months. It's possible. It's possible. I'm going by chart readings and then I'm listening. So she said you'll be, so this is not going against the psychic. You can be happy today. You don't have to wait for a partner to be happy. You can be happy right now. Like that's a choice. So when you're saying you'll be happy in 6 months, does that mean that you meet somebody and you'll be happy? And is this is my whole point. You're trying to redefine this. Does it take somebody else for me to be happy, or can I be happy on my own and then attract that someone else? Your heart was broken with your ex. You're having to love again, and it's not going to be the same. And jumping into another deep, deep, deep relationship is just going to be confusing. So you have done the work, but it's time to here's my suggestion. My suggestion is I would focus on you and healing that part, because once you start healing that part and being happy, you're going to attract what you want, right? And like I said, I mean, your psychic could be right. You could be happy in 6 months, but why wait 6 months when you can be happy now? You know, like your happiness shouldn't be predicated on someone else. You did that already for 20 years, right? And where did that get you? Right? I mean, that's happened for a reason. And you can go back. See, this is Pisces. I'm gonna have fantasize about it. I'm gonna escape. I don't want to feel these feelings. This was horrible that would happen, and I would just rather get in another relationship and have that, right? But that Pluto is like, yeah. I think that's what you should focus on. I'm saying when I looked just now earlier and I said about 10 years, this became very shiny for me. I don't know how to describe it. As a medium, as a psychic, this area became very shiny for me when your question was, how's my love life? This is when it's defined. This is when you're gonna know. This is when you're gonna be like this. So again, I'm gonna stick to the 8 years, 10 year thing. Could be sooner, could be, but I think right now that would just complicate things, especially being with Pisces ruling and Neptune being right there. And Neptune's about to switch 2026, right? 2026, 2027. So you have a big possibility of having somebody come in 2026, 27. But this also, so let me say this. You have I feel a huge possibility coming in 2026, 2027. What vibration are you going to be? Are you going to have cleared this out? Are you going to have understood? Are you going to have worked on yourself? Are you going to know who you are? Are you going to like all of that? Or are you going to attract the same person again? You are supposed to be finding that relationship, that partnership that you know deep inside can happen. You have the North Node here. So I do see that it's possible when Neptune moves over here, that all of a sudden you'll get the attraction again. If, because Pluto's right here and Mars is right here, and it's going to be sextiling. So if you work on yourself right now, if you get through with your mother, uh, and all of that settled, I do see 2026, 2027. Otherwise, I've seen a big 8 years here. Okay. And I know you're 1969, but yeah, we're going to be living a lot longer, which some of us are not happy about. So I hope that helps. Yeah. Okay, so did Doug come back here? You're welcome. that's so crazy. I'm still thinking about, my thought just went back to Stephanie seeing Kathy. And Kathy, did we talk about the native part when we did your hypnosis? Because she said, oh no, it was Indian style. Sorry. Okay. Someone said Indian style. That's so crazy. I don't usually ask about my love life, but I'm quite intrigued. I'm more open to a relationship now. That's awesome. Hey, Rodney. I didn't see that you were here. So I don't see Ellen. So, Alejandro, have I done yours yet? I want to see. I thought I did yours. Thanks for coming, Rodney. Yeah, I didn't see you in my file, so uh let's look at your I thought I did yours before. Can you give me your birthday info, location, birthday, city? I know it's in Chile. Yeah. We are not America. I mean, we're not doing America. Okay. Is it Kyoto? Quillot. O T. Okay, so Key. And birthday is December 27th. Oh, you're a Capricorn. December 27th. Oh, no. Yeah. No. Yeah, yeah, you're a Capricorn. 1991. And your birth time is 1540, 14, 1514. So is that 1514, 315? Wait, 314, sorry. PM. Yeah. Okay. All right, Alejandro, is this you? Oh, girl. Is this correct? Your seventh house looks like my ninth. I mean, your ninth house looks like my seventh house. That's so interesting that your north node is here. So your north node's in the ninth house. You are trying to understand the bigger picture, the higher realms, the way everything connects. It's like you know that there's more. It's not like you have a feeling. It's like you know there's more. And it gets clear to you when you investigate it. Um, you just have like a lot of energy in there. But it's so funny. You're supposed to be that. And it's all in Virgo. Really, my family's just telling me something quite similar. Yeah. So you have the North Node right here, but what's interesting is the sun's right in your North Node, right? So you have a clear understanding of the way of the fact that there's a way to understand. How do I say this right? A way to understand. It's almost like modalities. You're like, if there's not a modality about this, then we should make it because that's the correct way. It's like you know these bigger things, you just don't know the intricacies so of how to do it in the human way. But you are stubborn in it. You have a lot of energy in there. And just when you think, I hope you've understood this because you're 1991. Just when you think it's one way, you understand that nothing is just one way. That's Uranus. You are supposed to be breaking free from your old stuff of your lineage, right? You are a Pluto Scorpio, so no wonder because you can go deep. It is an eighth house, Pluto. Ugh. And you have Venus right there. Wow. This is why it took you so long to even be open to love, because you know the sacredness. It's so crazy because you know the sacredness of two beings coming together. You know how sacred that is. Like, you may not have ever experienced it yourself in this life, but you know it. Like, you understand it. So you won't take anything less. Does that make sense? That Venus wants to have that beautiful relationship, but that Pluto, you won't let yourself take the shot. You won't let yourself have that luxury because I think you were wounded in past lives or future lives. Um, yeah, with this Pluto here and this Venus here. Yes, 100%. Yeah. There's a big psychological wound here and current one. Yeah. Um, yeah, you're supposed to, because of this Pluto here too, you're supposed to stand on your own until you don't have bad habits anymore of picking the wrong, and I'm not talking about just love relationships, I'm talking about contractual relationships. This is your eighth house, contractual relationships. Um, you have luck there, but sometimes when it goes wrong, it goes really wrong, really wrong. That makes sense. Now let's look at the transit. You too are having your Venus return. Look at that. You have your Venus return. That's why you're finally able, like you finally made the choice to be able to open yourself up. It's Have you been involved with somebody? Is there somebody around? I know you said you're closed off to like the big relationship, but I'm talking with a few guys. So I'm gonna say that he's around. And in this next year, they're going to be weeded out. Two people, both Libras. Yeah. You're so take this year of your Venus return and really, you know what a relationship should be like. You may not have ever experienced it, but I know that sounds crazy, but I think you've done it in other lives. But you know deep inside what a relationship, like what type. You're not like, oh, you're not like escaping and trying to figure. No, you know the type of relationship that you want to have. Um, yeah. I feel like whoever I feel like he's around. You already know him. I want you to take this year and I want you to like put your boundaries down where you need to. But I also want you to listen to theirs as well. Because when you're listening to them, I want you to really take note. Oh, is this somebody I could spend a lot of time with? Is this somebody that's not going to bother me? Is this somebody that tells the truth? Is this somebody that has integrity? Is that like, check them out? Check them out. This is what dating's about. Are they going to fit into your life? Right? I want you to take this year and do that because he's already around. Whoever this guy is, whoever this relationship is, he's already around you. That's why I was asking, are you already? And I'm telling you, if you do not put boundaries down and do it the way that you want to do it, like if you're like, well, he's kind of, it'll be okay. Pluto's gonna come fuck you up. Don't do it. Don't do it. You can play with them, but when you're ready to like settle down, you need to be like really looking because you have a responsibility. This is Pluto. You have a responsibility. Yeah. If you in any way, and I know I was married for 20 years where he passed. I know what it's like to be in a marriage. You know, I know there's give and take, but I'm saying you, you need to really vet whoever these guys are and don't take anything less. I know that's harsh, and I know nobody wants to hear that in this date and time because everybody has high expectations. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about other lives here. I'm talking about Pluto, don't fuck around here. I'm talking about your Venus return is right here. I don't want you to mess this up. But I can feel, and what I've been told is he's already around, right? But let me just say there's a couple of close ones, right? And so we're gonna see who's gonna stick around as you put boundaries down, as you say, is this person gonna be able to be in my life and me be happy and me not have to um it's not like you won't give up anything, but it's like it's the I can't explain it. It's the relationship that you should know. I think you've had this or you almost had this in other lives. Just don't mess with Pluto. Don't do it. And like you said, been there, done that. Yeah, because Pluto's in your natal. It goes like if you do not do what you want to do, if at any point you're like, well, Pluto will mess you up. You can't do it. You can't do it. And look, he's going to be sextiling here. He's at some point going to be sextiling here. Okay? So you're going to get it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Once is more than. I know, I'm telling you. I know he messed you up. Pluto does not play around with any of us. And I can only imagine what he's done in that eighth house of yours. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah, just don't do it. I've been distracting myself with work and study. I'll do my best to put down my boundaries. You better do better than your best. You better just do it. Don't play. I'm telling you, don't play around with him. This, I'm gonna do my best. Oh, well, I meant to. Don't do it. Don't play with him like that. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I'm telling you. Please don't do it. Don't. If you're ready for love, be serious. and play and check the people out and put their boundaries down. Don't mess it up. He said, haha, goddamn, I already lost the first round. Exactly. I'm telling you, don't play with him. Do not play with Pluto like that. Because he wins every time and it's going to hurt. It's not going to be nice. It's going to hurt. And here's the thing. You guys know I've already told you as much Pluto as I can, and I'm learning to go deeper because he's in my 12th house right now. So what I thought I knew all about Pluto, it's going even deeper, and I'm learning more about him. Right now, I'm telling you, don't do it. You're my friend. Don't do it. You're part of our group. Don't do it. Good evening, Cindy. Blessings, chat. Listen to our divine spiritual teacher. Pluto's like, oh yeah, you want to play? Let's play. I don't want to play. Uh-uh. Anyway, I hope that helps. I'll be extra aware to not poke the bear. Exactly. Okay, Jennifer. Yeah, let's do you, Jennifer. You're welcome, sweetie. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for liking and sharing and doing all of that. I appreciate it. Okay, Jennifer, let's see. Oh, they are in Sullivan. Indiana. There's my Aquarius. 1988. That was a great year. At 2:47 a.m. 2:47 a.m. Just making sure I got it right. Okay. So Sag rising. Yep. Aquarius sun. Yep. And where's your moon? Libra moon. Jennifer, you're like me, but not like me. You're probably way nicer than me. Because I got a Sag moon, but Gemini sun and Aquarius rising. So you're both air and fire as well. You're like me, you kind of light yourself up. You're like, you don't need anybody else. You could just be alone forever and you'd be fine. Can I ask you a question though? Do you have this thing where you want to be by yourself and like the world just doesn't let you? Like, you remember when I was talking about hiking? Like, I could go hiking and get lost in the mountains forever and like not say a word for days, right? And then like the world won't let you. Like, it's deep in there where you're like, I'm fine without anybody. It never happens. Like, leave me alone. I'm just wondering if it's those energies that we have where we're like, no, we want to be alone, but that's not what we can't. That's so funny. It's I do. And that's something I've never told like anybody publicly, but I don't know. I'm sorry, I have said that. I said that on my Periscope, probably. Where I'm like, I could stay in the mountains forever. Like I could just not talk at all, even though I talk a lot, but I don't know how to explain it. You get it. It's like I would just be so happy to just be alone, but it won't happen. I gave up on that a long time ago. Okay, so let's check out. Oh, oh, I'm impressed. So you have Pluto in your 12th house. Wow, in Scorpio. So you millennials, you Scorpio millennials, Pluto, you Scorpio Plutos, y'all, it's so funny. Y'all know some deep, deep, deep stuff. I think that's why I love y'all so much, because you guys can go deep. Um, let's look. Oh, you're a baby Sag. So I can say, obviously we won't know. We wouldn't know unless we put you under, right? And I did hypnosis. But I would say that you haven't been a Sag very many times. It's really newer energy, and I love the childlikeness of you. Oh, girl, but don't piss you off. Look at that Mars, everybody. You see where that Mars is? Like, don't piss her off. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, but you have suffered. Oh, you're almost done. Do you see this? You have suffered. Wow. Things that have not. It's almost like the real things that you want and focus on, they don't come to you. But if you don't focus on it, it comes to you, right? This is what I mean by an old soul, like somebody that's been through life a lot of times, but still laughs. She's got the saggy, childlike, but she has suffered a lot. And Saturn in your second house, because I have Saturn in my second house, but it's not in Capricorn, it's in Taurus. It's like you have to work hard. And just when you think you're okay, Uranus comes and fuck that shit up too. And Neptune, you probably get pissed off because you can't see it clearly sometimes. That makes sense. You're like, I know I'm smart. I know I'm wise. I know I understand. It's not an ego thing. I just do. Right? But you're like, how the fuck could I get myself in that situation? What the fuck? Yeah. You're good at, you should be either talking, vlogging, helping people, as in with your voice, or processing of some way. That's your sun and your Mercury. This is where you shine. You have to do it in a very unique, weird way. Okay? So if you try to do it mainstream, it ain't gonna work. And you have this worthiness issue that you don't believe that you can do it. Have you gone through that? Have you gotten through that? Do you understand that about yourself? Right here's the money that you make, that you want to make. It's got to be, yeah, it's got to be, it's got to be practical, but it's got to be not like everybody else. But I'll tell you the secret. I don't know that you'll believe me, but I'll tell you the secret. The secret is to understand that you matter here, and that Aquarius doesn't want to believe that, especially that Aquarius sun. That Saggy understands, but that Libra moon won't let you. It wants to balance it out, where you really need to be like a little bit more egotistical here. Does that make sense? Jolie says, I've been asking myself some of these questions since 2019. Yeah, I'm seeing it in her chart. So here's the deal, though. Part of your mission, remember, North Node, mission, destiny, right? Uh, Oh, and you also have a Libra right next to the North Node. When you take a leap and you do it weird and you're very eccentric about it, whatever you do, I'm just talking about the second house specifically, but it could be whatever you do. Okay. Even in your job up here, which you think you know better because your South Node is like, I need to, oh, you're like me, you have that Pisces, Virgo, North and South Node. Oh, God. So you have got to even out the planning, overthinking, blah, blah, blah. I know I'm right. It works out better if I plan. I got so much control over it, da, 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 because it hurts your body. But you think you know better because it's in your South Node. So you have to learn to do weird, be happy when you do it. That's your North Node. It's got Venus. You have luck there. You have a lot of luck there. This is not going to feel comfortable because it's your North Node. Girl, you can manifest like nobody's business. Does your family do they have a certain way of doing things in a ritualistic kind of thing? Does that make sense? Like, I'm just going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Do you have a family of witches, or do you have a family of Catholics, or do you have a family of like, do you have a family? Yeah, you need to do that and change it a little bit. So whatever that is, you can manifest, but yeah, because this is your fourth house. This is where you come from. This is your DNA. This is also the deepest part of you. So all you have to do is listen, not to don't listen to that Virgo all the time, because the Virgo, he's smart. And what he says is very practical, and you're like, well, of course I should do it that way. That's practical. I should study. I should organize it. I should plan it out. It works out better when I do it that way. Like, that's the Virgo, and Virgo is right, but Virgo is that's not what you came to do. You've already done Virgo a million times. You've already done this. You've already mastered this. This is what you're trying to even out. Hey, Wendy, I was just thinking about you today because Virgo way never works out for me. I know it's not supposed to. It's you because if you lean too much on the Virgo way, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to lean too much on this way either, on your North Node, on your Pisces way. You have to do them both. It's like me. I'll give you the example because my North Node is Pisces, my South Node is Virgo, and I tell everybody I got to even it out. If I try to work on it too much, if I try to overplan, if I try to overstudy, if I try to overdo it, it's not going to work out. And that happened the other night with Kathy. I wanted to make sure everything was perfect for her. She was going to be very comfortable. So I started working on, getting this through at 3 o'clock. That was over planning, overthinking, overdoing, da 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 da. When I should have trusted myself to know what I'm doing, that I know what I'm doing, that I've done it before, and that everything was going to work out. That's the balance, right? But instead, I did the Virgo thing, which is the South Node for you, which feels very comfortable. It's like what I do here on this channel. Instead of saying, I'm going to blah, 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 if I do that, it's not going to work out well. But what I've done is give some sort of guidance for so I'm appeasing my Virgo side and I'm appeasing my Pisces side in that I'm like, okay, we can do Monday through Friday, but I don't have to say what I'm going to do Monday through Friday. I can throw out some ideas. That's my Pisces side. And then the Virgo side is like, let's give some sort of organization. But if I were to be like, well, Monday we're going to do this, and Tuesday we're going to do that, and Wednesday, and I'm going to come on at 7 specifically, and I'm going to, that's too Virgo. It's not going to work out. I got to do both. I'm giving you this example because that's kind of how you should be doing it. You should have some organization. You should have some planning, but don't stick to the planning. Like, let it be a guidance. Let it be bullet points, and that's it. It can be changed around and adjusted, right? Because this is your 10th house. This is the way your career is, the way that people see you out in the world, your reputation, right? Yeah, you got to balance both. But I'm telling you, when you want to manifest, because you got Venus right here in your fourth house. So the whatever way that your family does it, and you want, yeah, bullet points. That's that Virgo. See, I'm talking to the Virgo and the Pisces, right? The bullet points, like bullet points, but I'm talking to the Pisces by saying they can always be changed around and edited. That makes sense? Okay. With Venus here, you can manifest anything. So there is a deeper part of you that you are almost afraid of because you don't realize that you know it. That is what you have to like look at, and it's part of where you come from. But if you search, I don't know how to explain it. It's the deepest part of you that nobody knows about. That you don't really let a lot of people, like maybe one other person, two other people will know about this part of you. If you look in that, the answer to your manifestation is there. And you have a lot of luck in it. You should be able to gather money. And I'm telling you this. Oh, you know what it is too? It's your worthiness. Here, right here. That's what aggravates your saddy side because you're like, I fucking know this. This is bullshit. Like I know it. Why the fuck won't it happen? I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's look at the transits. See, I'll get too into this. Do this for hours. uh, so interesting. My south node is Pisces. My north node. Okay, same thing though. You just feel better, Jolie. Not you feel better. Like you have this knowing that you can manifest without putting in all that bullshit work. But you have to put in all that bullshit work. You have to, and you got to quit thinking that it's just gonna manifest out of nowhere. So you're like the opposite. Uh, oh wow. Okay. So keep wondering why it hasn't happened. In Westminster, California, what's happening for me this week? Okay, hold on, Wendy. Let's see. Yeah. Well, Pluto's really working on that second house of yours. You're gonna do it. Okay, so here's the thing, Jennifer. Go look at my Pluto because I'm doing a Pluto series. I haven't finished it. But go look at the second house Pluto. I have a playlist that's all about Pluto and Aquarius or Pluto itself. And look at the video that I've done for the second house because Pluto is right there doing that. Okay. You sent me coffee. Thank you, Wendy. You're so sweet. Let's see. Thank you for sending me coffee. I appreciate it. Jennifer, did you ask about love or you just kind of wanted to see what I got? I can't even remember because I start channeling and then I forget. Ooh. Yeah. Well, Saturn's in your third house. Um, so here's the thing. You're nobody's fool. You can tell somebody when they've crossed a boundary, right? Yeah. But here's the thing. Like you know how to say back off or no, I don't want to or blah blah blah, except for when it's somebody that you love and they're close to you. And it's almost like the closer they are, the more they take advantage of you and you allow it. This is what Saturn's helping you with. And it looks like it's your siblings too, or people around you in your daily life, right? What do you believe? Where's your belief system? because that's about to go into here too. Yeah, I could read this chart forever. I just want to make sure you're going to have your nodal return. Two. You're about to have your nodal returns. 11th, 8th. Wow. Like just when she has a good aspect, I see Chiron there. Lilith is here. Yeah, it's these deeper boundaries that you got to work with. So, yeah. So you have Lilith in you have Lilith in your ninth house in Leo, right? So you are very connected. You do understand, and I feel like you may cuss your guys out a lot. Lilith in there. It's like here's the thing: you don't want to listen when you think that you know it's correct. You're like, nope, that's the way it should be. And sometimes it's like Aquarius, right? I tell you guys all the time, Aquarius. You may know more than most, but you don't know everything. You're very, very intelligent. You, especially, are very, very intelligent. You're very, very wise. Um, but it's a hindrance because you think, because I understand and I do know, when your guys are trying to tell you something, you're like, that didn't fucking work, so I ain't listening to you. uh, I have a feeling you probably cuss them out. Okay, let me do Wendy real quick. I hope that helps. I know I have Wendy's. What we got, Wendy? You're welcome. Your, let's see. 10th house. Wendy, have you manifested that thing yet? Have you figured out a way that you're going to do this thing that you've been talking about? I feel like it's going to open up for you. the So with your concerning your job or the way that you want to do this other thing, I don't want to say too much, but the way that you want to do that other thing, which is, remember, so let me just say this. Maybe both of them you get answers about because you're going to see a way right now. You've you've had your Saturn return. You've been working with your Saturn return, right? Or you're starting to work with your Saturn return, but you have the moon here and it's all in Pisces, right? So what do I believe? What do I understand? You've been working on all of that, right? But I feel like the sun, I mean, I feel like the moon, here's your blessing in Pisces that you manifest what you want. But Saturn's been making you work hard and testing you about it. Like, what do you really want? I know you say what you want, but what do you really want? Because you said that you wanted these things all along, but now comes the time, and I want to make sure that that's what you really want. What do you believe in, right? And you've been a little bit like, I'm not sure, right? I mean, I know, but I don't know for sure. Yeah. She said, "Oh my God, we have to talk because since our session of hypnotherapy, I've been psychic as fuck." Yeah, I told you guys one of the side effects is psychic, being psychic. Um, yeah, it's not. It's just that you're more aware of your psychicness. Yeah. So I said being psychic, but everybody has some psychic abilities. They'll just get stronger when you do when I do hypnosis on you. It's just a side effect. That's what happens. That's already been documented. I think it was Brian Weiss that documented that. Um, anyway, yeah, we do need to talk because I feel like you're gonna get an in like the next day or so. You're gonna get like this thing, this epiphany. It's like you didn't know which way, and you were trying to make sure before you. I feel like I'm not like I'll know. It's weird. They're having me feel you. There's this space that you get when you know exactly the way it should be, and it's like you've been close to that space, but you haven't gotten in that space, and you're waiting for that space. I feel like that space is coming. Does that make sense? Not more aware, but brave enough to say what I pick up and not giving a fuck. Yeah, true. True. That works too. So tell me if I'm right. Is there this space? Yeah, and I feel like it's a thunk. For me, it's like they put me in this space. It's like when you get into space, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm gonna. That's that's the thing that I needed to validate it, right? You've gotten close with two or three of those the things that you're working on, but you haven't felt that space. You're about to feel that space. Validation is there. Yes, I'm in that space. I'm talking about like not just the validation. You don't even need the validation. It's like there. Or did you just hit it? Did you just get to that space? Because that's what this is about right here. And that's what's going on this week. And you're no longer afraid. Yeah, you're working with that Chiron. Good girl. Yay. Yeah, that's all supposed to happen. Good. I know. I was thinking about you today because you have not contacted me and we need to talk. For those of y'all that don't know, Wendy's doing herbs with me. She's done all of the stuff, but she's doing herbs. And she was out with her son for a whole week, so I knew she was coming back this week, and I just want to check up on her, make sure she's okay, make sure the herbs are right, make sure we got the right stuff going on. I'm off tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow. Um, I'll email you or I'll text you in the morning, or I guess late or afternoon. Do you like to sleep late? Because I'm up early. I was up at 3:30 this morning. Yeah, good for you. I'm so proud of you. It looks like you're working with this Chiron instead of having to work it against you. Mm-mm-mm. Girl, you got luck upon luck upon luck. Look at this. Do you guys see this? That Jupiter on top of her Jupiter? Wow. Sounds good. 8 year time is good for me in case I can ease into the morning. Can we do 9? Because I gotta walk my grandbaby to outside to get his little bus. Can we do 9? I don't usually do that, but I have to tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, perfect. I'll call you 9 my time, which is what, 10 your time? Perfect. Look at this luck. And look at this Mars on your sun. Wow. Oh yeah. You put some boundaries down, didn't you? That's why she's saying I don't give a fuck. You guys see the sun right here with this Mars? She's like, me? I'm tired. I'm tired of taking everybody's shit. She didn't take much shit, but she's like, I may have been getting into some old habits, and that's not happening anymore. It's Mars in Cancer in her sun. Uh, whenever I'm good. Okay. And you got Venus in Leo right here. It's true. Yeah, I can see that. You're like, I'm not taking anybody's shit right now. Fuck that. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I can see right now. We're gonna talk tomorrow, so we'll look at it again. But I want to tell you, yeah, whatever you're getting, whatever your psychics, trust it. It's on point right now. It's on point. This is where Saturn and you have your Saturn return, but you're working with your Saturn return. Here's how you work with your Saturn return, everybody. You see that she's like, and it's not just because she's come and seen me. She actually like works on her stuff, right? Whatever answers she can get, whatever she can do, even if that means she misses sleep, but she has, she does extra meditation or extra whatever, or I'm gonna do whatever. Like that's working with your Saturn. He's been testing her. She's getting her answers. Along with that Jupiter. Wow, you got a lot of luck. But you deserve it. You deserve it. So if so I'm gonna be going pretty soon because we're already into hours. I never heard back from Doug. Maybe we can do it another night. But if anybody wants a chart reading, you can always do it privately with me. Just email me at yourpath39 at gmail. Can somebody write that down for me? Yourpath39 at gmail. And I'll send you my services and what I do. So you're welcome to do that. Um, yeah, I'm excited for you, Wendy. Yeah. So I think that's all I'm going to say right now since we're going to talk in the morning. But you got a lot of good stuff going on here. Lots of good stuff. Yes, yes. Bring this chart with you tomorrow and I will pay for the chart reading and catch up. Okay, yeah, no problem. All right. Yeah, and then you got Leo right here. Yeah, you got a lot of good luck. I'm proud of you. Good girl. Good girl for not letting this fear. Because this is Chiron. This is not this Pluto is psychological fear. Chiron is like actual physical stuff. Like can really like put you in a bad situation or make you ill because of it. That's the difference between Chiron and Pluto. They're wounds, but one's psychological and one has to do with past lives, future lives, DNA. But Chiron is different. Chiron is like um can be physical. Okay, that's the difference between those two wounds. In case you guys didn't know. Yeah, I'm excited for you. Okay, well, it's been over 2 hours, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for allowing us to do your charts in public. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for buying me coffee. And I love you too. I love you guys dearly. Thank you for being here. I will be here tomorrow. Now I get to do this Monday through Friday. So I will be here tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some more chart readings. We'll see. I love you, love you, love you. I will talk to you later. Bye. Good night. Night, Kathy. Night, Pineapples in LA. Well, Pineapple, come back tomorrow. We'll do it. Nighty night. Night, Chance. Night, Cindy.